I have come here to chew bubblegum and talk about Dievier Boots, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Happiness. Hey, welcome back. I am here. Sorry if the shot's a little bit further away. I got my nice boots on the middle shelf there. You can see them, those super high dollar ones. And I had to move back a little bit because I got so many boots to talk about. So hopefully you can see everything. I know when I look at my phone, I can't see much, but it's very small for me, because I'm old and all that. But when I look at it, put it on the TV, then it's super clear and I can see everything. So if you can't see everything, try and do YouTube through your TV. As many of you know, I've been working with Dievier and its owners for a while now. I don't know, this relationship I think started about a year or so ago. And I haven't paid for any boots. And I'm not getting paid for or getting free stuff for doing anything. Although I'm getting free boots to wear and to try out and to test and to make recommendations. Some of these boots I'm actually sending back. 2 or 3 of these pairs are going back to them. And I just have them so that you can see the differences and stuff like that. But I am working with them. So the boots that I get, like I got the ones you saw in the dome, the work ones, I had free work boots for 6 months. I got to wear them. Now I'm going to send them back so they can inspect them and see, what improvements that there can be. And I don't know. I know Red Wing has us, put boots up on the wall of honor, but I don't know if they actually take boots, worn boots, back in and dissect them and look at them. But that's what they're gonna check these ones out and see how they wore through that. I think over 1,000 hours or something of wear. So yes, I am getting some free stuff. Yes, I'm happy about it. And I don't lie, cheat, or steal. So anything that I say is I'm happy to get free boots, but I'm trying to give you the best information. And I think, and you're going to find out why, if you don't go get yourself some Dievier boots while you can, I think it would be a mistake if you're a collector or an avid boot wearer. So let's just get right into this, where this started out. They contacted me, and Dale from Dale's Leatherworks introduced us online. And they contacted me and said, would you be interested in a pair of work boots? And I said, yeah. And they said, we want you to wear them and try them out. And then that was like, I had already been dealing with them prior to that, several months prior to that, because I got a pair of those, the Dale's Aero Surfer LV edition of the Prospect. And I had already been wearing those, trying those out. They're super comfortable. They're a little bit less my style than, these are all mock toes here. And I'm for a bigger toe, I'm for a cap toe, I'm for a mock toe. It's all about the toe for me. I don't want a sleek almond toe. But those are cap toe, and they're very nice. And I use those green Prospects that they gave me a year or so ago, and those are my traveling boots, because they're so nice to wear and so comfortable. When I'm on the plane, I kind of get that restless leg thing. I got to pay for the seat that's like got extra room in front of it because it's by the exit door right there. But those I found are super comfortable for traveling, and so I'm wearing those for that. But then they contacted me and sent me these work boots, and so it was just a couple weeks before the Stitched Down Patina Thunderdome, and I was like, let me enter these in the work category for the dome. I did not win. I don't think what I do is patina. I don't know, maybe it is, but it's just kind of like hard wear. And I wore these, and then they were asking me, they're very proactive, and they kept asking me, what do you think? What could be better? This or that. And first thing I said was like, dude, an 8-inch boot would be great. And I started talking to them about the fit and different things, speed hooks, the different sole, and all the different aspects of the boot. And so I wore these. I wore these for the whole dome. I did not win any mention or anything like that, but boy, they sure kicked butt, and for me. And you could see this. It's called The brand that they're using is I don't know if it's proprietary or it's just from Mexico. It's called Hooflex, and that's their standard sole. But look at that, man, with like 1,000 hours. Even like I'm a heel drag guy, but look at that. I don't know if you can see that. There's not a lot of heel drag on that, and the sole lasted really well, and it's super comfy. It's I like it actually better than the Thorogood or the Red Wing wedge soles, and so that was good. I love the composite. It was my first composite toe I've ever tried as opposed to steel in work, and I had no problems with the composite. Used it just the same, like a tool, setting heavy stuff on it, and had no problem with the composite at all. So these were really nice boots. Like I said, I'm gonna send them back to them so they could do more research on how those ended up looking. But what they did was right away they made this prototype. And one of the things that I wanted, that I asked for, was I wanted a little bit of a heel for like when we're standing on ladders and stuff, because I'm general construction and I do all kind of different stuff. I'm on my knees, I'm on ladders, I'm rarely just standing up. It's usually in some kind of position. But so they actually put this this Vibram sole on here, and I don't know exactly what that sole is, but that sole's really good. I already got like 40 or 50 wears into this. I don't know, probably 400 or 500 hours. But this is just like around the house, working around the house, going out and doing my errands or getting material, stuff like that. So this, I didn't wear these for heavy construction, but this is just one, the heel is not separate, it's just one unit there. And so they did that, and on this, and I really like the 8-inch. They're super comfortable. One of the things I'm going to tell you about Dievier is, for me, they run slightly large, not too large. So, for instance, like my my Iron Ranger size or my Nix size, for me, is a half size down. So generally I wear 10.5. 10.5 is just about the size that I wear in more things, is 10.5. And so in the Dievier, I wear a 10. And in Nix I wear a 10, and in my Iron Rangers I wear a 10. And my other Red Wings I wear a 10.5. So they are slightly large. If you're on the cusp between sizes, I would go with the smaller size, or kind of contact them. They're very approachable, and ask them about sizing. So they sent me these, and I really love them. They're super comfy. I've been wearing them around, and we started talking about different things. They have now, in the next one I'm going to show you, they've gusseted them up a little bit further. They added speed hooks for these 3 hooks right here. So there was different things that I wanted. And so what they sent me is, and they wanted to call it, the boot they're developing, the Bristol work boot. I think I told you that before. Now they don't have a composite yet in these Bristol boots, so we're just calling them the Bristol boot. And then when they get the composite available, those will be the Bristol work boots with a composite. That is in the works. That is coming. If you're a heavy construction guy and need, or steel toes required, I don't know. You're going to have to ask them, or I will ask them, and maybe get back to you in future videos, if they're going to get that particular rating or stamp or whatever for the steel toe. These ones did not have that, because someone asked me that. But for me, I'm independent. I'm not union. I'm not a big company. It's just me. I'm a small contractor, just me and my son sometimes, when we work. But I'm pretty much shutting down, so that's not too much anymore. But at any rate, I don't require any kind of rating. So steel, composite, whatever, as long as it's there protecting my foot, that's what I want. So what they did, and I'm going to kind of, let me see if I can just kind of push some of these back out of the way a little bit, and I asked them about different leathers. This is their Ember leather. Both of these are Ember, by the way. Okay, so this is Ember after a whole bunch of wears and abuse and water, and this is Ember when it's still fairly good looking. Of course, the patina looks good to a lot of guys. To me, these are halfway worn out boots. And it's amazing because in the beginning, there's like, man, I hope that they were like, man, it'd be great if it made it through the whole Thunderdome. They're really humble dudes, man. They're doing their best. They're humble dudes. And yeah, these made it through the patina Thunderdome every workday. And for me, they're maybe a little bit less than halfway down. So they did well. But I want to tell you, man, I can hang on to that for a second. There's a big surprise on this. At least it was a big surprise to me. So this is the Bristol boot. This is black aniline leather. This is that Hooflex wedge, their standard wedge sole in black. And it is just absolutely beautiful. These speed hooks, I'm going to hold it closer. The speed hooks that they got are really, really nice speed hooks. And this is the Bristol boot in the black aniline. They just started having the black aniline, I don't know, a month or two ago as their new black. And these are beautiful boots. I tried them on. These are not my size. This is my demonstrator boot, one of the prototypes for you. This is the original Bristol boot prototype. This is the second prototype. And the owners were actually wearing them. They actually wear their boots around and test them. And then they sent them to me so I could do this video and show them to you. Now, I love these. These are just beautiful. And I'm all about tall boots or taller boots. 8-inch is good. Everything is fully lined with that really soft, lighter leather and 360-degree welted. And this one, it looks like it's a leather midsole or slip sole under there, but it's black in this case. The other ones, I'll show you these in a second. It's a double, it's all natural veg tan sole. So, okay, check it out. They're going to have this Bristol 8-inch boot in the black aniline. This is what they're starting with. The black aniline, and they're going to have it in the black rough out. Okay? These are Nomad Heritage 6-inch black rough out. And these are the Bristol boot. These ones are the Nomad Heritage Comp Toe. These are the in Ember leather. Nomad Heritage black rough out. I got the window open today. It's still sunny here, so you can kind of see. It's I don't know if it's treated or oiled, but it is. It has a little bit. You can see it has a little bit of a shine to that black rough out, and that Hooflex black wedge sole. Okay, that is the second color that they're going to offer these in. Okay, the third color is I think it's a olive aniline. So it's going to be a greenish. But these ones they sent me, and these ones I can keep. It was a gift for doing all this. And but I was totally stoked about these, man. I saw these online, but these are called Cypress Olive Rough Out, or Olive Cypress Olive. And these are so cool. So they're going to offer the 8-inch in the black aniline, the black rough out, and the Cypress, dude. They're gonna have these in 8-inch, and man, Daddy loved those, and then that other green color. So okay, that's everything. These are also Nomad Heritage. But what I want to tell you, what the big to-do is, and what I'm so excited about. Okay, remember this? Remember when everyone bought all the toilet paper during COVID? You know, I don't get happy or unhappy or hateful. You know, but who was it that bought all the toilet paper during COVID? That's one of the things that happened, man, that changed our world, that made me see, man, who are these other humans, man? Everyone's got to, wipe their nasty. But the other thing that happened is you'll see this with gas prices too. Things happen in the world economy and they raise the prices. It seems like they raised the prices during COVID because, factories were shutting down, workers weren't coming to work, and they never put them back down. And this is what's happening during this, this whole craziness of these tariffs that keep going back and forth. And it's not just an American thing. This is affecting everyone worldwide. But most companies are raising their prices. Hey, I just went and bought a piece of plywood the other day, 3/4-inch ACX, and it was $109 or something. I mean, that's with tax. That's like ridiculous, But what these guys are doing, this is the big deal right here. What these guys are doing is lowering their prices. They know everyone's having a hard time. And, okay, yes, that's definitely marketing. Everything they do is marketing. This is marketing. Giving me free boots is marketing. Lowering their prices is marketing. But it doesn't matter to us working guys when we're spending less money, or collectors, when we're spending less money on the boots that we want and the boots that we love. So these guys, all boots are starting at $150 now. 150 bones for this, baby. Can you believe that? These are like, I think these are my new favorite boots. And I'm not just saying that. I love green. Watch all my other videos. These are so awesome. 150 bones. Just like that. Okay, if you want the Vibram, which I don't know, these ones have the Vibram. I don't know exactly what Vibram it is. You're going to have to look that up. 150 bones before upgrades. This is before upgrades. This is before upgrades. Both of these right here, before upgrades, 150 bones. Okay, if you want the Vibram, they're adding $60. It'll make it 210. Okay, so here's the kicker. So I'm messaging back and forth. I said, well, is that for the 8-inch? You know, for the 8-inch Bristol boot too? And he's all, oh no, man. This is a paraphrase. He's like, oh no, man, I'm sorry. You know, it's gonna be $10 more. These guys are great. Are you kidding? These guys are playing into our hobby and our life and our love of boots, and they're right on board with us. I want a company like that wants me to have the best boot for my feet, best quality boot at the best price they can give it to us. So instead of raising prices during all this unpleasantness, they're lowering prices. $160. This is the that Hooflex, that their proprietary type sole. $160. 150, 160. Okay, 160. You're kidding me, right? Okay. You know what these are right here? You know how much these go for? These are the Red Wing 2015 Huntsman. Okay. These are like $900 now, man. They're nice boots. They're the beauty. Everybody wants them. 900 or something, 150. And they didn't release at that price, but Red Wing makes limited amounts, and they made that, and it's gone. Also, the Billy boots, like $500 to $700. I got a pair of those. The White's Perrys, I don't know what they are. 300 and something bucks. You know, I got a pair of black ones of those. I should have had those up here. But you can't beat this with a stick, man. For 160 bones? Are you kidding me? I don't know how they can do it, but they are doing it. So speaking of like the Huntsman and limited runs or whatever, you got to get in on it, because this is not a giant conglomerate foreign-owned company, you know, owned by investors from other places and everything like guys complain about. These are a couple guys from San Diego area that are doing production in León, Mexico. It's probably the best boot making or the biggest boot making place in the Americas, and they are giving us the bang for our buck. It's a small boutique-y, handcrafted. You know, I'm sure they want to grow. I'm sure they want to sell more boots if they can. But this is not a big company. This is a small company that's coming up, and they're cutting back their profits in order to give you a better boot in a worse time in this world. A better boot for a worse time, you know? And, you know, I just can't say enough about it. And you can give me free boots. You can give me love. You can talk to me. You can help me, have me help you, you know, the honor that it is to help develop somebody's boots and all that. But when you sell a boot like this to a normal working cat for 160 bucks, I'm all in with you. And I know that your motive is not all about becoming rich. I know that your motive is about getting people the best boot on their feet that you can give them for the best price, and that's what they're doing. So, that's what I got for you today. I'm out of bubble gum, and I'm just talking about Dievier Boots. Man, if you can, this is just my opinion. Get the 8-inch in the green rough out with proprietary sole. It's gonna have, look, okay, how I liked it, what I recommend. There's one eye on top for tying off in. There's 3 speed hooks, and get that, man, for 160 bones. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I realized from talking to people, I got people all over the world that are asking me for the content. I realize things aren't bad or terrible all over the world. Things are good in some places and bad in some places, and it's like the ocean, man. It's just like this. So I need to keep doing these videos and spreading peace and love. We're having some stuff going on that can make people unhappy, but what I want to tell you is, in the face of unhappiness, in the face of chaos, That's in Spanish. In the face of chaos, try to maintain your joy and your happiness. And if you got to put on that warrior face and go out and do your job and deal with people and things you don't like, when you come home to your little ones, to your loved ones, with your best homies, you give them peace and love and happiness, man. So I challenge you today and this day, in the midst of these beautiful, less expensive boots that you can get on your feet for the quality of way more expensive boots, I challenge you this day to love everyone, hate no one, and never surrender. Find happiness in the midst of chaos. Happiness in the midst of chaos. That's what the carpenter says. If no big old aging out to pasture construction worker Viking licking dude told you today, I love you. I love you and I care about what happens to you. And please, just put that forward. Give the love and the joy and the happiness when it's appropriate and when you can. Have a great day.